Oh, yeah. Oh, I think they're all right. Well, I think they are gonna do it. I think they're gonna extend it to the 19th of January. That's very kind of them. Right, okay. We'll start then. If you'd like to come into lying down. And then I'll keep an eye on it. And then if anybody comes back in, I can make sure I let you in as soon as possible then so you don't miss anything. So we'll start by coming into your chosen position. So whatever feels comfortable, just make sure that you've got everything that you need. And then so begin by just adjusting. So giving your body support wherever it might need support, if that's the back of your head or anywhere else through the body that might need a little bit of extra support this evening. And then just covering yourself perhaps with a blanket if you would like to. So we start by becoming comfortable. Just allow the mind to settle into the coming and going of the breath now. So as you inhale, just feel how your belly rises up, just a little like a balloon. And then as you exhale, the belly softening, deflating back down. Just stay with that gentle rhythm. So anytime we feel any tension or stress in our lives, just taking time to belly breathe. It's a really simple, it's a really effective way that we can release stress or tensions in our lives. It's a good way to also to release physical tension that manifests in the abdominal region. So sometimes fears and anxieties or even anger can get lodged here as well. So just using this very simple belly rising, belly falling technique with the breath. Just to start to release, releasing anything that is ready to be released. And then, so I'm going to guide you through a visualization. So it's called the healing room. So imagine now that you're approaching a wooden bedroom door, and the bedroom door is open, and you've got permission to go inside. And as you open the door, you're aware of the sweet fragrance of incense. It's evening time, and visualize the room now lit by many candles. And in the center of the room is a beautiful, soft bed covered with deep navy blue velvet, deep navy blue velvet quilt. And the carpet that you're walking on is a soft blue. And feel your bare feet now sinking deep into the pile of the carpet. And on the bed are 3 velvet cushions. One is emerald green, one is a pale blue colour, and one is a deep purple. And you walk towards the bed, which is very inviting, soft and comfortable. And it beckons you to lie down. And you choose a cushion for your head, the deep emerald green or the deep purple or the soft blue. And then allow your head to relax into that soft velvet. And feel your body relaxing into that soft, comfortable bed. And your body feels very ready for that relaxation. And feel yourself just very gently letting go. This is a time to allow all the stress and strain just to drain away, to melt away. Feel it slipping and sliding away. As you begin to breathe in relaxation. Wave after wave of relaxation now, flowing over your entire body. As you melt into the blue velvet quilt. And now looking up at the ceiling and seeing that soft candlelight, painted golden moons, suns and stars. And they glow and shine down upon your body. Full moons, crescent moons, clusters of stars. Shadows pass and the candle flame flickers. But you're still at peace and completely at ease. And just feel yourself now drifting, melting into a deep, tranquil, more relaxed state, so that nothing can disturb your peace. And your breath is deep and relaxed. And feel that soft blue velvet quilt holding you, enfolding you in healing blue. And feel the light from the golden moon and the sun shining down onto you. And don't let the outside world disturb you as you receive this healing. And just stay with this experience and your breath for a little longer. So from here, so we're going to take a transition into the Kaya Kriya. So Kaya referring to the human body, and Kriya just means to cleanse. It's a whole body cleanse practice. It's a very gentle practice. But it's really useful for releasing mental and physical tension and providing relief from physical trauma, body pain, and balancing the energy flow within the body. It's a three-part relaxation in which the lower, the middle, and the upper regions of the body are relaxed in succession. So it's a breath and movement combination. So you can come into the practice with your legs extended fully, arms just alongside the body, and you can take the legs wider so that on the inhale, the feet can roll in, so the big toes come together. That's as you inhale, and as you exhale, the feet can roll out to the sides. So you can do it in that way. But if you feel that that's uncomfortable for your lower back, you could have your knees bent, you could have your feet just about hip width apart, and then on the inhale, instead of doing it with straight legs, you can roll the knees in as you breathe in and bring the knees back into an upright position as you breathe out. So you can do it that way. So whichever way feels good for you now. Either inhaling, rolling the feet so the big toes touch. Exhaling as the feet roll out to the side. Rolling the knees so that the knees touch and then the knees come into the upright position. Whichever feels most beneficial for you. And then take your time with the breath. So you're inhaling and then you're exhaling. And then your breath, so you're focusing on the breath in the abdomen. So focusing on oxygenating that area of the lower lobes of the lungs. Just allowing the body to settle here. And then the next time the feet roll out to the side, so the next time the knees come into the upright position, just find stillness here. And then we'll move to the second part of the practice. So the second part of the practice, the arms are alongside the body and the palms are facing downwards. And then the arms are just going to roll like rolling pins. So on the inhale, the arms and the hands roll to open palms facing towards the ceiling. And then on the exhale, the open palms face back towards the mat. And just continue in that way. This time you're focusing on the breath in the middle lobes of the lungs. So you're focusing on your mid-chest breathing. So you feel the ribs expanding as you breathe in, contracting as you breathe out. Synchronizing the breath with the movement here. And then coming to rest with the palms facing downwards. And then the third part of the practice is the roll of the head. So movement of the head and neck. So on the inhale, the head rolls off to the left. And on the exhale, the head rolls off to the right. And your focus of the breath now is just underneath the collarbones. So breathing into the upper lobes of the lungs this time. So keeping the belly and the rib cage as still as you can. Focusing on the upper chest breathing, upper chest or the middle of breathing. Gently releasing the head and neck. And the next time the head rolls off to the right, The inhale, bring it back to center. And in the final part of the practice, we bring together those three movements with the complete yogic breath. So on the inhale, the feet roll in, palms face up towards the ceiling, and the head rolls off to the left. And on the exhale, the feet roll out to the sides, palms turn back to the floor, and the head rolls off to the left. Or you can do it exactly the same with the bent knee alternative. And this time you're just focusing on the complete breath. So you feel the breath as it moves. On the inhale, from the abdomen to the mid chest, to high in the upper chest. And breath moving in exactly the same way on exhale. So expelling the air from the abdomen, mid chest, and then upper chest. And then this next time that your head rolls off to the right, on the inhale, bring the head back to center. Just take a moment to notice how you feel here. And then from that position, start to slowly draw your knees inwards. So we'll draw the knees back towards us now. Moment to allow the spine to release. And then we'll exhale fully and bring the head and the knees closer together. And then inhaling, head comes back to the mat. Drop the soles of the feet to the floor. And then take a forward stretch. And again, as the arms come back, start to gather the knees inwards. So we'll hug the knees back towards us. And then exhale, fully bring your head and your knees closer together. Inhale, head comes back to the mat. Drop the soles of the feet to the floor. And then take a nice big forward stretch. And then this time, as the arms come back, as you gather the knees inwards, just stay here for a moment. Come back to your breath. And then we'll drop the soles of the feet to the floor. Scroll the arms away from the body on the diagonal. And then on the exhale, let your knees roll up to the left. Your head can roll off to the right, or it can stay in the center position. And then inhaling, drawing the head and the knees back to center. Exhale, let the knees roll off to the right, your head rolls off to the left. Just continue in that way. Gently easing out through the spine, lower back, releasing the legs, releasing the hips. So gently massaging the organs, digestion as we move from side to side here. And the next time your knees roll up from the right side, you come back to center. Start to gather your knees inwards, so hug the knees back towards you, and start to reach the legs skyward. So reach the legs to vertical, reach the arms to vertical. Just take a little flex through the feet now. And then soften through the knees, soften through the elbows. And then we'll start to take the feet around in circles, the hands around in circles. So creating the rotation around your ankle joints, around your wrist joint. And we'll take those circles the other way. And then coming back to center now, big stretch. Stretch the legs skywards, reach the arms skyward. And then from there, just start to bend the knees. So we'll bring the palms over the knees now. Just take a little rock from side to side. So as your knees go one way, your head goes the other way. And then so either stay with that side to side rock, okay? Or bring your hands now to the backs of your thighs for the full spinal rock. So you can rock and roll or take the side to side movement. So we'll do 5 or 6 of those and then we'll come up. So I think it will hold the recording. So if anybody's having problems still, I can notice some of the screens are flickering. So just let me know at the end and I'll send you the recording if you need it. I think it should be okay. So maybe have a little drink once you're back up. And then so we can make our way into, you can come into a comfortable seated, you could go into a cross-leg position, if that feels comfortable, come up onto your block or onto your cushion, or you come into a comfortable kneeling position. You're coming into kneeling as well. If you want to put padding between your sit bones and your heels, you could do that as well to make that a little bit more comfortable. So just taking a moment here. And then so from that position, we're just going to take a wrap around with the arms. So you're giving yourself a hug. And then, so as you breathe out, you're just going to drop the chin and round through the back. And then on the inhale, come back up. We're going to open out through the arms. So gently lifting up through the chin, lifting the chest. And then take the opposite wrap around. And then you're just dropping your chin, rounding into that pose. And then inhaling as you open the arms, lift chin, lift the chest. So you've got that play of opposites. So we're folding and we're expanding. So gently opening up through the back, stretching through the shoulders, neck, Lifting up through the chest. Just do one more. And then release here. And then, so from that position, if you touch down on your right side, either with your fingertips or with the palm of your hand, and then we'll bring this left hand to the back of the head, and then start to lift that left elbow. So you can lift that left elbow skywards. So you're inhaling as you lift. And then on the exhale, again, we're going to fold. So you're going to bring that left elbow towards the left. So on the inhale, you're lifting up through that elbow, pushing into your right palm. And on your exhale, start to fold in again so that your left elbow is moving towards the left. Just going slowly with the breath, inhaling as you lift, exhaling as you fold in. Slowly. And again, we'll just do one more. And then as you lift up this time, you're going to reach both arms overhead. And then we'll touch down on that left side. So with the left hand, we'll touch down. And then bring the right hand to the back of the head. Lifting up through that right elbow. You can push into your left arm this time. And then on your exhale, you're folding again. So you're folding, you're bringing that right elbow towards the leg. So you're not touching, just bringing the elbow towards the legs. And then opening up again. So inhaling, exhaling as you fold in. And then continuing with the breath on this side. See how it feels on this side. It might feel quite different. Releasing your head and neck, and then opening up. We'll do one more here. And then this time, as you come back up, you can reach the arms overhead. And then again, touch the right hand down on that right side. You're going to take that into a lateral stretch. And then take that from side to side. So just go at your own pace, your own rhythm with the breath. And start to open up the side body a little bit more. So we'll take that again, take it once more from side to side. And then from there, so we'll come back to center. And then slowly release. So just relax the arms, relax the shoulders. And then from that position, whichever position you're in, if you're in a seated cross-legged position or if you're in a kneeling position, you can still have something underneath your seat if you'd like to. We're going to take the legs wider now. So taking the legs wide. And then so from that wide leg position, you can either bring your left hand onto your left foot, or you could bring your left hand onto your left leg, so wherever you can reach comfortably. And then, so we're just going to, from left hand on the left foot, we're going to bring that left hand over to the right, and then sweep the arm all the way overhead, come back to center, and then drop that left hand alongside the left foot. And then right hand reaches towards the right foot, and then bring the right hand across to the left, and then lifting up, over, back around, right hand comes alongside the right hip. And we're just taking that from side to side. So the left hand comes back to the left foot. Take that hand all the way over to the right, going up and over, and then left hand comes back alongside left hip. Just take that from side to side now. So same hand to same foot, and then across and over and back to the hip. Just find your rhythm here with the breath. You can inhale and exhale. So working into the spine, the side body, the arms, the shoulders. The legs are straight. Feel like stretching out through your hamstring. And we'll do one more to each side. And then come back to center. And then as you come back to center, bring the legs in once again. We'll take a little transition into all fours now. And if you'd like to have a drink before you change position, then maybe have a drink first. And then finding all fours on your mat. And then, so as we come into all fours now, we're going to come into a nice cat stretch. So we'll realign the spine now. Take the spine through flexion and extension in our cat pose. Working with the three-part breath. So inhaling as you start to lift the tailbone, let the back hollow and the chin lift up. And then exhaling, let the tailbone drop down as the back arches up. Chin moves towards the chest, navel's coming back towards the spine, and just continue in that way. So taking your time, synchronize the breath with the movement. And go back into your neutral spine position now. And then from that neutral spine position, so on the inhale now, just going to lift the right leg. So keep the knee bent as you lift the leg. And then up on the exhale, bring the head and the knee closer together. So on the inhale, you're lifting that bent leg. And on the exhale, you're bringing your head and your knee closer together. We'll take a few rounds in that way. And then the next time the knee draws in, we're going to lift the head, take the knee out to the side, and then back behind, again with that bent knee. And again, draw the knee forwards and to the side, and then back behind you. So we'll take those movements now. So knee draws forwards, and then out to the side, and then back behind you. Just do that once more on this side. So forward, and then to the side, and then back behind you. And then from there, we're going to stretch that right leg out to the right, bring the sole of the foot to the floor, and then start to reach your right arm overhead. So we'll find that stretch here. And then from there, you can just start to circle the arm. So you can take the circles in both directions, mobilizing through shoulder joint. So just find what feels good through your body. Just find this nice, big, expansive movement. So you probably find that your gaze will naturally follow that movement. And then, so this time, as the arm comes back around, we'll come back to the all fours. And then from your all fours position, just start to sit back towards the heels. So we'll take the weight off the wrists now. And just take a moment to drop and sink here. Get some nice big spacious breaths into the belly. And then from here, start to lift the head. You're going to slide the hands back so you can come back up into your all fours position. And then so from the all fours position now, exactly the same as we did on the other side. On the inhale, start to take that left leg back with the bent knee. And on the exhale, bring the head and the knee closer together. So on the inhale, we're stretching back. And on the exhale, bring the head and knee closer together. Just continuing in that way. See how it feels on this left side. And then this next time that the knee draws forwards, we're going to draw the knee forwards and then out to the side. And again, taking that leg behind. Do a couple of rounds in that way. So the knee comes forwards and then out to the side and then back behind. And then this time, just taking that left leg all the way out to the left, bring the sole of the foot to the floor, and then lifting up through your left arm. Take a nice big stretch here. So a nice big stretch through, and then you can start to take your rotations with your left arm. It's working into the shoulder joint on this side. And again, just find what feels good. So you can take that in both directions. Just playing with those big expansive movements. That's nice. And again, on this side, we can come back to center. You can come back to the all fours position. And then from all fours, just sit back towards your heels again. Take the weight off the wrists and just take a moment to drop and sink down here. Get some nice big breaths into the belly. And then on your exhale, sinking down into the support of the ground. Letting go. And so from this position, we're going to come forwards now on our mat. So we're going to come onto our belly. So take a little moment now to set that up. So you can bring the arms forward, you can fold the arms in front of you. You can take the knees a little bit wider and then bend the knees and just rock a little from side to side now. And then so from here, start to stretch the legs back behind you, keeping that space, little space between the legs. And then you can either stay with the arms folded in front of you and you can rest your forehead onto your folded arms, or you can come into your crocodile back bend by bringing your elbows directly underneath the shoulders and just cupping the face here. Then take a moment, you can close your eyes. And just feel into the pose here. So you might still find that you need to just adjust and wriggle perhaps a little so that you're bringing the spine into its natural shape. So just subtly adjust perhaps your pelvis, your legs. You might need to stretch the leg back a little bit more until the spine feels completely comfortable, until you feel that that's coming to a nice natural curve. So the spine finds its natural shape. All of the curves of the spine coming into residence. So it's a lovely pose if you have backache, slip disc or sciatica. And so from Makrasana, we can release the hands, release the arms, and then we can take that into our Sphinx pose. So again, bring your elbows directly underneath the shoulders. The hands are a little bit wider, the forearms are parallel in this position. So you can come into your Sphinx. And then from your Sphinx pose, you have the option, if you want to come into a half frog, you can start to lift. So you're drawing that right knee, the right knee's coming a little out to the side. Just turn so that you can see a little bit better. So from your Sphinx pose, you're bringing that right knee out to the side and then bring the knee forward. So alternatively, you could just stay in Sphinx pose. And then so if you come into this half frog position, you can stay up in Sphinx pose, or you can fold the arms in front of you and you can rest your forehead onto your folded arms. So whichever you prefer. Just taking time again to make any adjustments here. And then take some nice spacious breaths into the belly. And if you come into that half frog position, just start to release that right leg along now. And then so from here, you can bring the hands back alongside the chest. And again, just push back through the palms so you're sitting back towards your heels. Find that nice stretch cat position. And then from your stretch cat position, again, we're going to take that transition forward. So we're going to come forward into our prone position on our mat. So going onto your bellies once again. And then either again folding the arms in front of you and resting the forehead onto your folded arms, or bringing the elbows again directly underneath the shoulders. So you're coming into your crocodile back bend. And again, cupping the face with your palms, closing the eyes if that's comfortable to do so. And just take a moment again to make any little adjustments. So you're bringing the spine into its natural shape. And take some really nice big breaths into the belly here. Allow everything to settle with the outgoing breath. And again, from that cross, now we can come into Sphinx. So releasing the hands, release the arms. Take the arms a little wider here. Draw the elbows again directly underneath the shoulders to bring you into Sphinx pose. And an option to come into your half frog. So you can bring that left knee out to the side and lift the left knee a little bit higher if that feels comfortable. Or you can remain in Sphinx. And then from that position, again, if you want to fold the arms and then rest the forehead onto your folded arms, then also that's an option for you. If you come into that little half frog on this side, just breathing into the left hip, left groin area. And then from that half frog position again, we'll release the left leg to join the right. And then release the arms. So you can bring the hands back alongside the chest. And then just push back again. Just drop back into that stretch cat position. Just take a moment here, dropping down into that space. Nice big expansive breath here. And then from that position, so slowly start to lift the head and walk the palms back towards the knees now. And then so from there, so we're going to come up into a standing position in a moment. So you might just like to have a drink before you come up. And as you come up into a standing position, so we'll come into a nice twist now. So if you take your feet just a comfortable distance apart and then soften through your knees and then find your twist around that central axis of the spine. Just take your time. Allow the shoulders to relax. That's lovely. And then just start to allow that to release now so we can start to slow down. And then gradually come back to center. So as you come back to center, so we're going to come into a standing balance now. So just adjust the feet. So the feet now just come to just about hip width apart. So you come back to your mountain pose here. And then we'll start to move the weight over into the left foot. And then we're going to lift up through that right knee. So knee lifts up and then take the knee out to the side and then back behind you. So exactly as we did on all fours, the knee lifts and then take it to the side and then bent knee, take that back behind you. And so this time, as you take the knee out to the side, just bring that right foot just to rest on the standing leg, wherever it feels comfortable for you. So you can come into, starting to come into our tree pose. And then you can come into your own variation of tree. So use a chair, or you can use the wall for some support. You can touch down with the foot if you need to. So good for improving our balance and our stability. It's also good for strengthening the ligaments and the tendons and feet. And of course, on a metaphysical level, it really helps also to achieve balance in other aspects of our lives. So not just physical balance. That's lovely. And then from there, just start to release. And then we can touch down with that right foot and then start to transfer weight over into your right foot here. And then we'll do exactly the same on the other side. So we're going to start to lift up through that left knee, and then you can take the knee out to the side and then back behind you, as if you're trying to reach your heel towards your buttock. And then so lifting up and then to the side and then back behind. And then so this time, as you take the knee out to the side, we'll come into our tree pose variation on this side. And again, you can choose where the foot lands, you can choose your hand position. You might continue to have the hands in the prayer position, you might take the arms wide, reaching out through your branches. Might bring the hands together overhead. So however you'd like to come into your tree pose on this side, just noticing how it feels on the other side. And just softly releasing and come out. And then from our tree pose, we'll take a little transition into a forward bend. So You can reach the arms overhead, so you're breathing in. And then breathing out, you can take the hands to the lower back. And then you can start to bend your knees and hinge forward from the hips. You can either sweep the hands over the buttocks down the back of the legs and come into your forward fold that way. Or you can take a little interlace of the hands and you can stretch the arms skywards and maybe overhead as you release into your forward bend that way. So you've got a couple of choices here. If you've chosen that bind position, you could stay as long as you wish in the bind, and then whenever you're ready, you can then drop the arms back to the sacrum, and then you can sweep the hands over the buttocks down the back of the legs, and just let the arms fold forward so you're fully into your forward fold here. And as you come into your forward fold, just take any spiral movement that will help the spine to release a little bit more and encourage the upper body to surrender a little bit more into the pose. So taking a little bit of time here. And then, so from there, just start to engage your core and then slowly sliding the hands all the way back up the legs. As you come back up, just roll the shoulders a little here. And then softly releasing. So we're going to come into a sequence now from triangle. So we're going to come into triangle and then transition into warrior one and then warrior two pose. So we'll start to set that up just by taking the legs wide now. So when you come into your triangle, you can come into the pose with straight leg, or you can bend the knee if you wish. So we're coming into that wide leg position now. And then from there, start to take that right foot fully right, and then your left heel. Just move a little out to the left. And of course, triangle also increases our stability. So we're activating our core, which again is going to help with our balance and our stability. So stretching and lengthening the spine, also working the hips and the shoulders. So we come into that position and then we're going to lift up through the arms. So you're breathing in and then breathing out. Bring the arms out at shoulder height. And then we're going to reach off to the right, bringing that right hand wherever it lands comfortably on the right leg. And then left hand can tuck into left waist or the lower back, or you can fully extend that left arm skywards. And of course, your gaze can be skywards, or it can be in a neutral position, or you can gaze downwards. So see how that feels for your head and for your neck. And then from there, so we're going to turn towards that right leg and then sweep that left arm forwards. Right hand comes onto right knee and then start to bend your right knee, bringing your left hand over your right hand. It's a nice long spine position. And then from there, we're going to rise up into a warrior one. So finding your warrior one pose. And then from warrior one, come back to center. And then release the arms out at shoulder height. So stretching through the arms, through the fingertips. And then come to direct your gaze along your right arm towards your right fingertips. So coming into that warrior two pose. Finding that strength and stability here. And then from there, completely relaxing the arms, relax the shoulders. You can start to straighten up through that right leg. and then adjust the feet so the feet come back through forward facing, and then we'll come into the pose on the other side. So starting to take that left foot fully left, right heel, it's moving out to the right. You can bend that left knee if you wish. Coming into triangle on this side. So we're going to breathe in to reach the arms skywards, and then breathe out to bring the arms back to shoulder height. We're going to reach off to the left this time, and then bring that left hand down the left leg wherever it lands. Right hand either tucking into the waist or the lower back, or fully expanding so you can reach that right arm overhead if you would like to. Your gaze can be up or forwards or down. And then from here, we're going to turn towards the left leg. So you're going to reach that right arm forward. Left hand comes onto left knee. Start to bend that left knee. Bring the right hand over the left hand. Keep the spine nice and long in that position. And then inhale, we're going to rise up. So come into your warrior one. So you get that nice stretch and opening through the frontal hip flexors there. Coming into that gentle back bend. And then on the exhale, come back to center. Release the arms out at shoulder height. Take that lovely big stretch through. And then turn to direct your gaze now along your left arm towards your fingertips. And again, just finding that nice strength, stability in your warrior two pose. From the feet all the way up, and then relax the arms, relax the shoulders, adjust the feet so the feet start to come back to forward facing. And then we can start to walk the feet back in now. So take a little heel toe to walk that back in. And then as you come back to center, just have a little shake out. So you can shake out through the arms, you can shake out through the legs here. That's lovely. And then we'll come into a nice cleansing breath. So coming into breath of joy. So for this one, so the arms, so you inhale, inhale, inhale. So it's, and then exhale. So nice cleansing exhale. So we can do that together. You can either do it this way. So you can come into a forward fold, or you can do it this way. Soft knee, so you can stay in a more upright position. You don't want to be coming into your forward bend. So we'll have a practice together. One more. And then this time, just staying in your forward fold, or you can transition into a forward fold if you've stayed in that upright position. Lou likes this one, brings her to life a little. And again, we just come back into that dangling forward fold, taking any little spiral movements here. And then use your breath, use your out breath to deepen into the pose a little bit more. And then from here, so slowly now, start to engage your core muscles. And then we'll gradually start to draw the hands all the way back, up the legs. You're coming back up slowly, coming up into your mountain pose. Just take a few nice shoulder rolls here. That's lovely. And then so from there, so we're going to come down, we're going to come into a seated position. So it could be a cross-leg position, you could be seated in a chair, however you'd like to be. Maybe on your block or on your cushion. Maybe have a drink before you come into your seated position. And just set yourself up so that you're completely comfortable. So we'll find a nice comfortable seat here. So you could put your socks on. You could start to gather the things that you need for your final relaxation. So if you've taken your socks off, you pop them back on again, just to make sure that you're warm. And then we'll come into pranayama practice, and then we'll transition into lying down. So just take a moment to set it up. So when you come into your seated position, you could do this from a kneeling position. As I said, you could sit in a chair if you prefer, just as long as the spine is fairly upright, and then allow everything else to relax. So relax the shoulders, relax the arms, relax the body, relax the legs, and close your eyes. And just come back to your natural breath, so the rhythm of your natural breath as it flows. And your hand position, so you can have the palms turned upwards, or you can have the palms turned downwards. You could have the hands in your lap, or you could bring the hands into a mudra. So it's really up to you, whatever you would like to do with your hands. So we start to turn inwards with the breath, following the rhythm of your natural breath as it flows. And so from here, bring your awareness over to the right side. And we're going to breathe up, so through the right nostril, right eye to the right side of the brain. And then exhale, just allow the whole of that right side to soften on the exhale. And then breathing up through left nostril, left eye, left brain. Exhale to soften all the way along that left side. We'll just continue side to side now. So you're breathing up through right nostril, right eye, right brain. Exhale to soften. So it's just one continuous long inhale, followed by one long continuous exhale. Taking that to the other side, inhaling. Exhale to soften down. So you're breathing up through the nostril to the eye, to the brain, and then exhaling back down. Just taking that from one side to the other. Just go at your own pace, to your own. And so the next time you breathe out through your left nostril, we'll focus the breath now at both nostrils simultaneously. So you're breathing up through both nostrils, through the third eye, up to the crown of the head. And on the exhale, soften through both sides of the body now. And again, that repeats. So breathing up through both nostrils, up through the third eye center, up to the crown of the head. And then exhale, just let the breath cascade over both shoulders simultaneously, allowing relaxation now. Breathing up through both nostrils, third eye, crown of the head, exhaling equally. Allowing the sides of the body to soften with the out breath. Just take 2 more rounds in that way. And this time, as you release and soften, we'll start to transition down now for the final relaxation. Just taking your time, make sure that you've got everything that you need now. So, as you settle down now into your chosen position for relaxation, I just want to share this poem with you, and it's called Trees by Ram Dass. And he says, when you go out into the woods and you look at trees, you see all these different trees, and some of them are bent, some of them are straight, some of them are evergreen, and some of them are whatever, however they are. And we look at the tree and we allow it, we appreciate it, we see it the way that it is. And we sort of understand that perhaps it didn't get enough light, and so it turned in a particular way. And we don't get all emotional about it. We just allow it and we appreciate the tree. But as soon as we get near humans, we often lose all that with things like, you're too this or I'm too that. And that judging mind sometimes comes in. And so we can practice turning people into trees and just appreciating them just the way they are. So coming into your chosen position now, taking time to become completely comfortable, just allowing the mind to settle and connect with the breath, allowing the muscles to relax, allow the shoulders to release, and start to relax your jaw and feel your body rising as you take a deep breath in and allow the body to sink into your relaxed position as you breathe out. So feel your body rise as you take a deep breath in and feel the body sink as you breathe out. relaxing a little bit more fully into your chosen position. And just continue in that way over the next few breaths. And then we'll begin to harness and to access our powers of imagination now. And picture yourself now outdoors on a snowy path. And follow the path into a peaceful forest. Notice how the frost clings to the branches of the trees. And the snow sparkles and glistens in the sunlight. It's morning time and the sun is low in the sky, bathing everything in its warm and golden light. Shining brightly through the trees, their frosty white branches glowing with sunlight. And the snow beneath your feet is packed and very easy to walk upon. And the path winds through the trees. On either side of the path are small bushes. And as you brush past, the frost flows into the air, fluttering in the sparkling clouds and gently falling to the snowy ground. And beyond you, the trees are mostly deciduous and have lost most of their leaves. And thick frost clings to each branch. There are some coniferous trees, dark needles coated with frost, glittering white with snow on the larger boughs. And you look around at this beautiful forest, a layer of sparkling frost covering every branch, and the dark tree trunks standing out proudly in this brilliant white landscape. And the sky above you is blue. And closer now to the horizon, it's golden. And the sun shines like a fiery ball of pure gold. And as you walk, imagine the crunch of your steps, a cloud of mist with each breath out. And as you breathe in, cool, clear, refreshing air. And again, that cloud of mist as you breathe out. And breathe slowly. Imagine with each breath out, expelling any tension, any stress in your body. So you can see that tension leaving the body, a cloud of mist lifting from the body and then dissipating. And each cloud billows and then disappears. Stress and tension lifting and leaving the body. Breathing in, refreshing, life-giving prana. Breathing out all tension, up and away. Breathing in relaxation. Breathing out all tension. And as you walk through the forest, you notice movement. And you turn to look and you see a squirrel on a tree branch. And the squirrel moves and the frost releases from the branch in a cascade of glitter. And the squirrel watches you for a moment and then turns and races into the thick branches of an evergreen tree. Glittering trail of snowflakes descends from the squirrel's path. And birds sing peacefully. A small bird lands on a branch above you, and you can feel cool snowflakes falling onto your face from above, where the bird is standing. And the coolness on your face feels refreshing as the snowflakes gently melt in the warmth of the sun. And imagine breathing in the cool, clean air. the cloud of mist as you breathe out. And you continue to walk through the forest until you see a large fallen tree trunk ahead. It's the perfect height to rest. You brush away the snow with your gloved hand, and you sit on this natural chair, gently closing your eyes and connecting with the beauty of this magical place in nature. This beautiful place, so calm and peaceful. Beautiful trees, glistening snow, and everything bathed in golden sunlight. And the walk has warmed your body, sun on your shoulders, relaxing here in this peaceful stillness. And watch each breath, breathing in crystal clear air, breathing out, mist billowing in the quiet air, all tension leaving the body, this beautiful winter landscape. And imagine now starting to retrace your steps, knowing that you can return here whenever you wish to connect with nature, to pause and to regain your quiet tranquility and peaceful balance. And as we start to draw this practice towards a close now, I just want to again share with you a poem, and it's called My Credo of Life. And it says, let me live within the moment. Let me feel all that I can. Let me cherish life for all it's worth, with everything I am. Let me see what's right in front of me, with vision crystal clear, and face what's waiting there for me, with no hesitance or fear. May I wake each day with gratitude for all my life may be, and always feel that wonderment at the world surrounding me. May I welcome any strangers with an open heart and mind, and always stand for what is right with all the strength that I can find. Let me forgive myself for my mistakes while forgiving others theirs, and never grow indifferent, but always strive to care. Let me not forget what matters in the scheme of every day, to live each precious moment in a kind and loving way. For this moment now is everything, nothing matters but today. So I'll willingly embrace it and not let it slip away. For it passes all so quickly, and one chance is all we get. A life of wasted moments is a life filled with regrets. So as we complete our practice here now, starting to take some gentle movement through your hands, through your feet, your fingers, your toes. And take any movement or take any stretches that your body might need right now. And then once you've moved and stretched as much as you need to, just start to take a little transition onto your side. So we'll come into a nice fetal position now, the last few moments of relaxation.